You are live.
How do I look?
Whoa. Oh, there's already people in the chat. Mike Donk absolutely spamming Pee-wee's Big Adventure. What's up, guys? Margarita Machine must be slow. I'm not slow. No, we were trying to figure out what our rules were for the night, because even though we talked for at least 90 minutes throughout the day today, we never really kind of came to a conclusion.
How come I'm not getting any chat?
I don't know what this looks like on your end. Just pull up YouTube and
it says private
mute your audio.
chat, and it says studio chat, 2 people, but there's nothing there.
Can I show comments on stage?
Oh, wait a minute! I hit comments. I hit comments and they showed up. Oh, that was private chat. Okay.
I hit show comments on stage. Is that?
How do you know how many people are here?
People say that. I can see.
Hi, 4 people.
We had 21. And then, okay. I see. They put the comments down there. Can I move that?
I wanted to show.
Bear with us, guys. We don't know what the heck we're doing.
I wanted to show you my new sticker.
Oh my god!
Just say no to Skittles pinball art. Fuck the rainbow. Yeah.
Fuck the rainbow. Taste the rainbow.
I'll have those at Expo if you guys track me down and get a free Skittles sticker.
I feel like every Expo you have a problematic sticker.
Something that could get me in trouble.
Right. Rule number 1, Franchi, spill the beans on upcoming spooky things. We had a talk. We had a Willem Dafoe in the Lighthouse talk before this. We said, why'd you spill your beans? You're fond of me lobster, ain't you? What are you looking for? All the comments are this way.
I know. I'm trying to find something that I can...
You're just like my dog. Like you're like looking through the toy basket, trying to figure out which one I will play with you. No, Carrie's here.
I want to fuck with you. So okay, now all right, I got something.
Oh, Vulgar stream tonight, by the way. Sorry, guys.
I would never tell anybody Spooky's next license. Never. I would never say anything.
Let's do the time warp again. Do you know I never saw that movie until like a year ago? It was my first time seeing it. Yeah, that's great.
It sings and stuff. Oh, and look, if you
how much do you think? Try and guess an actual number. How much do you think you've spent on toys, collectible action figures, whatever you want to call? Rough ballpark.
Now
don't think about it too hard.
This is just my office, and here's a bunch of crap. Up in here, on the other side, I got the Wall-O action figures.
My God.
And my Batman room is the other way. What's going on here?
That's fine.
Next door is my Batman room, TV show Batman. Only TV show Batman next door. And that is all over. I just had to buy 2 new showcases to put in the middle of the room, so now you have to walk around like a donut. Crap in the middle. Ran out of room. Anyway, so yeah, I've spent a lot of money on toys, and that's not even my basement. My basement,
tens of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, my basement.
Tens of thousands.
My basement looks like the warehouse at the end of Indiana Jones. You go down there, and it's just like,
we have top men working on it right now.
I had to move or stack everything like grocery aisles. So
top men.
It's just literally floor to ceiling storage totes.
Don, hello, Don. Don, when are you going to fulfill your dream that you've been telling people about? Somebody asked me if I'm doing Halloween Horror Nights this year. No, I am not. I wish I was. I'd love to check out the Terrifier house. I still haven't seen Terrifier 3. I'd love to check out that and the Jason Universe stuff and everything else they got going on. It's good. Vote for the crow from us. So let's explain our stuff we're doing tonight. So we're going to talk about themes that we want to do, but the caveat is like, we could sit here all night long and talk about super obvious home run theme after super obvious home run theme, but that would be not wise or productive. Wise because why would I tell people what I would want to go seek out right away, and productive because odds are we already have it. So we're going to talk about themes that Chris and I think would make really spectacular pinball machines, like would make super, super fun, great games. And if you're a fan of the genre or the movie or the whatever, that it would be something you have to buy, but that we don't think is actually strong enough to justify doing. So it could be the greatest game ever. I knew you were going to have that. It could be the greatest theme ever, but we don't think it's going to sell enough units to justify doing it. And our like minimum criteria of units is like 300 range. Like let's say in this new world, Spooky Pinball has decided we don't feel like selling the 888s, the 999s, the whatever it is we're doing, 999 on the next one. We don't feel like doing that anymore. We're okay with downscaling. We're downscaled. We're only going to do 300 to 500 unit runs. And these are the themes that we don't think would quite cut it for those runs, but that we think would still be awesome. So we're going to talk about what those themes are. That would be great games that we can't make. And at the end of this, we're going to...
You're not being fair. See,
Fair.
the reason why we're doing this in a public forum is because we want your feedback. Maybe we're wrong.
Well, yeah. I was getting there. There.
Well, you were taking your sweet time.
It's a 90-minute show. We got to fill it.
You got me here. My mouth flaps nonstop. We'll be fine.
That's a good point. I love it. I never want it to stop flapping.
Would you like to see
I love my Franchi flapping.
Would you like to see one of my proudest accomplishments?
Yeah. Design team.
Anyway, okay, then continue. I'm sorry I interrupted you in your long explanation.
Well, now I lost my place. At the end of it, we're going to probably vote for what we think is the strongest title of everything we say. And maybe, just maybe, I'll hit up the licensor and see what could be done. Maybe we feel like doing 2 games a year, and one of those games is less units or something.
And don't feel obligated to say yes to something, because we don't want to make a turd.
Oh, yeah, no, brutal honesty tonight, too. So that's the other part, is when I give my pitch for my game, Chris is going to tell me if he thinks it sucks or not. And when Chris gives his pitch, I'm going to tell him if I think it sucks or not. So brutal honesty tonight.
You're just going to tell me that it sucks. You're not going to tell me if you think. It's not going to be a maybe it doesn't suck. You're just going to shit on all mine.
Chris, what's a really great home run pinball theme that you would absolutely do the artwork for, because you know it would be huge, but you don't like the movie at all? And don't say anything that we're doing.
Wow, you had to throw that. Nice curveball. I wasn't expecting to have to answer this.
I have my answer for this.
Something I think would sell that I wouldn't want to do the art for. A lot of those have already been made, like Avatar. I would think that would sell, but I would not want to draw those stupid things.
No, I'm saying you would do the artwork for it because you know it would be a huge success.
Yeah, no. I mean,
but you don't like it.
I'm a team player. Whatever you throw at me, I'll make. It's just, am I going to like it or not? That's another
That's
thing.
not true. You told me if I make you do Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville, you will quit.
Well, that's
but
true.
You also threaten to quit like every week, so... It's like we're married, and every time we have any sort of dispute, he's like, I want a divorce.
I think I kind of bailed you out already with that one.
I know. That's why I said don't say anything that we're doing.
Yeah. With my favorite actor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Something that I would hate to draw that I think would be a success. See, all I think of is ones that were done, like Predator. I hate those things. They look like vagina mouth things.
I can't believe you hate Predator. You always surprise me. You're always full of surprises.
And why is he wearing fishnets? Like, come on. He's supposed to be an alien.
Because it was the 80s, and the straightest men wore fishnets in the 80s. That's how it was.
Yeah, except these were aliens. Did they stop off? Like, is there a Lion's Den adult shop, like on the way, on the freeway to Earth? Pick up some fishnet.
They're like, we got to blend in. They stopped and got some fishnets.
Why am I looking around in here? Everything in here is obviously something I love.
Right.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know, some fucking baseball team or something. Chicago Cubs pinball. No, I would not want to do that. I can't think of anything. Is anybody suggesting anything? Porkies? That would be fun.
Barbie Village
Lost
People.
Boys, I would hate. I would hate Lost Boys. I would not like to draw that. Don't like that movie.
Really? Oh,
I
honestly,
like those
Lost Boys was
movies.
almost on my list. That was almost one of my top 5 pick for a game I think would be great that I don't think would sell.
I don't like those poser, handsome guy horror movies. Like, aren't we all cute? We got fangs, but we're sexy. No interest. Plus, who's the douchebags in that? Who are the kids in that movie? That I hate Corey.
The Frog
Corey.
Brothers, I think they're called in the movie.
Another person want to punch in the face. Yeah, I wouldn't like to do that. Anyway, let's move on from.
Let's move on.
We got a task here. If we got time at the end, we can start around with questions. Yeah. So,
Okay.
Ladies first. So, give me your number 5.
I don't have mine in order. Are we going in order of like this is my 5th least favorite to first favorite?
Well, I guess we don't have to if we're not going to score individually, which we were originally going to do. So I guess you can just throw anyone out there.
Okay. I am going to start with my all-time favorite TV show and movie. Well, it's not my all-time favorite movie, but it is my all-time favorite TV show. I'm going to start with Twin Peaks, David Lynch's Twin Peaks / Fire Walk with Me, the movie counterpart with the show. I think this would be an absolutely fantastic pinball machine for a number of reasons that I'm going to pull up my notes for so I can remember all of them because I wrote down a ton of stuff for this. I think this would be a really fantastic game, and I think the Twin Peaks, people who like that show, odds are it's one of, if not their favorite TV show of all time. I know that's how I felt. I kind of heard of it here and there, and I didn't really know much about David Lynch. And it wasn't until I started dating my girlfriend a few years ago, and she introduced me to the show, and it very quickly became my favorite TV show of all time, and is absolutely one of the games I would love to make. For those who aren't as familiar with the TV show, it's... What I love about it is that it hits all of the different genres and moods very similar to how Evil Dead 1 and 2 are, where Twin Peaks will have the funniest, goofiest things that make no sense, but they're just kind of cute and dorky. And it will then go straight to something that is the most dark, horrifying thing to think about that you hope you never have to deal with or see in your life. And then also mix in a lot of elements of completely unexplainable, I don't want to say ghostly or alien, but like spiritual things in there as well. Otherworldly, for sure. Yeah. And it just hits all of these different moods, and there's all sorts of fun modes, locations, and characters you can do. I think Dale Cooper is one of the most likable TV show protagonists of all time. And would be a fantastic... Getting Kyle MacLachlan to do speech for the game would be like a dream come true for me. Some of the iconic show quotes is "damn fine cup of coffee. I have no idea where this will lead us, but I have a definite feeling it will be a place both wonderful and strange. Every day, once a day, give yourself a present." And of course, the owls are not what they seem. The show has tons of locations. It has the Double R Cafe, One-Eyed Jacks. In the 3rd season at the Roadhouse, every episode ends with a musical act at the end of it, featuring even Nine Inch Nails, oddly enough, in one episode with my favorite Nine Inch Nails song, She's Gone Away. And of course, there's like the Red Room and Black Lodge. There's an endless amount of characters that I think you obviously would do a fantastic job of doing. And there's the cool floor, the black and white angled pattern that would be really awesome to integrate into the artwork.
You're going to hog all this show up with your pitch for this one thing? Slow down.
We only got 5.
We each have 5. It's a long pitch. Okay, so
I was hoping your pitch is just as good.
All right, so a couple things. First of all, I agree with you. I would say yes to that.
You've seen the show?
I've seen the show.
Oh, cool. I somehow didn't know that.
One thing though. Awesome theme.
I was getting there. The music it's all over the place. Really great theme for the show. Catchy, fun jazz music. Dark, sad synth music.
Okay,
and it's great.
let's put the brakes on for a minute, folks. You're not helping matters when we're talking about licenses, and you're just going, I want this, I want this, I want this. Wait until we're done to talk about the ones you want made. Comments on what we're talking about, because that's the help that we need. We want to know your feedback. Not one person has made a comment about whatever the hell.
Well, don't yell at them; they'll leave.
I'm not trying to yell.
They don't have to be here.
I'm trying to be firm with you.
They could be watching Breaking Bad or Game of Thrones right now. They chose to be here. You gotta be nice.
Say Twin Peaks. Yeah. Give us your comment on
Kemp.
Custom.
But so you agree Twin Peaks would make it?
Yeah, for what you're talking about, the 300 to 400 games thing, I think so. I think you could find 300 people to buy that.
Really? Okay. Are there any like big Twin Peaks fans in the chat? Like I said, I feel like the people who are familiar with the show, odds are they're really into the show.
Well, what I'm seeing is no, and I've never seen it, and it sucks. So that's looking like a big no.
Dual exhaustion. I'm keeping quiet because Twin Peaks sucks.
no Twin Peaks. No,
I think this show sucks. Puts me to sleep. Okay. It's a no for me. Never saw Twin Peaks. Never seen it.
You got Bravo. You guys are very
dropping
helpful.
acid.
This is where we need to be. Now we're on track. All right.
Okay.
So should we go with mine?
So I would say the crowd has voted absolutely not to Twin Peaks. Okay, right. So I will not write that one down.
Okay.
For our list. That just tells me I'm going to do a super accurate job tonight of listing things that would be great games that nobody would buy.
So I also have visuals for mine, and so my first suggestion is Beavis and
Butt-Head.
That's right. I mean, I don't really. Let's see. I wrote down some notes. Obviously you could have a sculpt of Beavis and Butt-Head on the couch as a bash toy. It has to have a TV that's running music videos that they're making fun of. I don't know do they still do that now in the show? I don't know, but did you just freeze up?
No, I'm still here. I was reading chat.
Okay. Oh. So yeah, you need a TV that plays clips and videos, and you got Mike Judge to do voices. Now he does pretty much all the voices, especially all the main ones. So you get one guy, you get call outs for all the characters, which is a huge bonus. And these guys have been around for how long? And I love them to pieces. And I believe nobody's made one yet. If someone tells me they're inappropriate and that's why one hasn't been made, I'd say you're a PUSSY. That's a big bunch of bullshit.
See, I agree with Mark and Camphor. I feel like Beavis and Butt-Head doesn't count because you could probably sell like 750 of these.
Well, do you know why I put it on the list? It's because
you really want me to do it.
They shoot it down. No. So I thought it was an underdog because everybody always says, oh, no, and we wouldn't do that, not do that.
Yeah.
So I consider it an underdog, though I agree with people. I think it would sell like a spooky cornerstone, for lack of a better term, a full-fledged 999-piece game. And if that's the case, what are we doing here? Let's get on the phone with Comedy Central right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would obviously sell plenty of units. It's sometimes it's hard to choose Beavis and Butt-Head over other things, especially with what we have chosen for the next 4 to 5 years here. It's tough to choose that. If we do it, can we do it with all the music when they were doing what was the Headbangers Ball thing? Is that what it was called? What was their music segment called on MTV?
Well, yeah, there was a show called Headbangers Ball.
Was it Beavis and Butt-Head? Was that their show?
No.
What was their music thing?
How'd I do? Well, they had other songs because Mike Judge is a musician as well. So, like, they would always tear into these metal things, like if they got in trouble and they're running away. Guitar slide, like kind of shit. There's a lot of little music cues that you could harvest from that show.
What's your primary Beavis and Butt-Head mechanism in your game?
I haven't thought that far ahead, but the only thing I thought of was like if you did something like this. and then you had a target here and here, and every time you hit it, the figure would pop up and make a fart sound. I think that would work. But see, the thing about Beavis and Butt, as far as it being appropriate, I was watching an interview. Somebody was talking about somebody in a movie. It wasn't Beavis and Butt-Head, but somebody similar that would always say inappropriate things. And they said you have to realize that these, like, check out those chicks thingies. Is that offensive to a woman? No. And the reason why is because it's coming out of the mouth of an idiot.
Right. Yeah.
That's what you always have to remember.
Saying it.
It's that, these are morons saying this stuff. It's not like, as a company, we're endorsing these comments. We're representing them because that's the character. But the characters are two idiots. So, you're just sort of exploiting that part about their personality. Anyway, so have you been paying attention to the thing? Because
everybody thinks it would sell a ton of units because it would obviously sell hundreds of units.
Put that on the list and we'll move on. What's your next one?
Oh, we forgot to explain the rule too, that if the crowd votes that no, it wouldn't work, we have to do a little drinky drink.
Oh, well,
and everybody hates Twin Peaks, apparently. Even though they're wrong.
I don't want to take too big of a swig or it'll be gone.
Well, you won, so. Bug Zero, Franchi won. All right. My next one. See, one of these that is sitting next to me, I don't think I don't think I would make the best game out of it. Might choose something else. See, now I feel all self-conscious. Everybody hated my first one.
Yeah, and plus you're also worried about going up against whatever I got.
Well, gotta win the next if you're going to choose games that are going to sell 700 units.
I need a banger.
Okay, my second choice for the thing that I don't think would sell units, but I've said hundreds of times I think would make a great game that I would love to make, but we never will, is Tim Burton title, Sweeney Todd and the Demon Barber of Fleet Street. Once again, Franchi's art in this would be killer. Drawing... That's the point. They're not supposed to work. As a machine, this would be very fun, and it would work. Nobody wants it. I am the only person in pinball at all that wants this as a game.
Well, I'll give you that the barber chair with the ball that's in the chair and the chair tips.
That would be great. I would love to do a very catchy, kind of like in Texas Chainsaw, where it is a rule set of, okay, you have to get people in the barber shop, you get them in the chair mech, you kill them, you then have to take the bodies, get the meat, and then after you get the meat, you make the meat pies, and then you sell the meat pies to customers. And you make
so dumb.
It would be like a simulation of like a restaurant, like you're running their business, and then you throw in fun multi-balls and modes of other things from the movie, like the try the priest sequence, and you're trying different. Might sell 10. Oh, I don't even know if we'd sell 10.
Yeah, are you reading these comments over here? You're getting hammered.
That was the point.
About to win again.
Musical lame.
Choice.
He's like, here's Back to the Future.
Hello! How come it doesn't focus? Like, what do I got to do? This? There it goes. Hello! Pee Wee Herman. Now.
Thank you, Corwin Mosina. I appreciate it.
A few things here. Pee Wee's Big Adventure is not available for licensing. So that's off the table. However, if you're clever and you do Pee Wee's Pinball Adventure, you kind of tap it into that. But what you get with Pee Wee Herman, when this is a straight up Pee Wee Herman license, is you get Pee Wee's Playhouse, all the characters from Pee Wee's Playhouse, including all the, puppets and all of that kind of bullshit. You get the scooter, you get the bike. You pretty much get everything, which is, I think, a far more colorful and fun world than what's in Big Top Pee Wee, Pee Wee's Big Adventure anyway. There also might be access to some call outs that he did for a slot machine. So you might get, jackpot out of that. and some other stuff. Anyway,
You get the theater inappropriateness. I'm reading
I'm
the
not really-
comments. Don't read the comments.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Like we haven't hauled jacked off in a movie theater before.
Can't say.
No, I haven't either. But so what? It's a fucking adult theater. What? It's not like they're going, "Oh my god, I just came here to watch a porn and I got to see this." That doesn't bother me. People make mistakes. If the if the cops weren't sniffing around because he was a celebrity, it wouldn't even got noticed.
So, quick question in the chat: if there is, I am a big fan of the movie, not so much the TV show. Would people accept Pee-wee's Playhouse as a machine with no big adventure? Like, is that something people would be okay with? Because to me, I would want the movie. I would need the movie.
I would love
Pee-wee's
that.
theme.
We would be awesome. Yeah, and now you don't have to think about this. You don't have to do Pee-wee's Playhouse. You can do Pee-wee and include those characters, but it doesn't have to take place in the Playhouse. You can make your own Pee-wee adventure, where he's going from here to there to get something, a road trip kind of a thing. It's just not the one from the movie, because it's not that you can't afford it or whatever. It's that it's not available for licensing. If you search Pee-wee's Big Adventure merchandise on Google, you will find nothing but bootleg shit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the only choice. But the possibilities are go beyond just the Playhouse. But it's that visual look. I if I was prepared, I could have shared the screen on some of the artwork that I've already did as a pitch that could kind of show the visual possibilities. But I'm sure you've probably seen that before anyway. So it looks like I kicked your ass again.
Well, yeah, you keep choosing actually good themes. That was the whole point, was not to choose good themes.
I think he says I'm choosing good themes, but when I bring this up to him, he goes,
well, compared to the stuff we have, that's not.
I draw the line in the sand after not the one that's coming out, but the one after that. I'm not so sure the one after that beats out some of these other ones. I can't say why. I can tell you later.
I can't wait for your next one to be like, and I think Blade Runner should be the next game.
No,
I think Back to the Future would be.
I started at the top. I started with 1 and 2, and I put them in order. So
sure,
it's going downhill fast. Yeah, so I'm not so confident with my next choice. So maybe you'll win that one. All right.
Okay,
So
well, you're going again. I'm going to go after you. You choose one of your weak ones.
You want me to go with one of my weak ones? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to throw a music title in there, and I thought, what would be a good music title? And believe it or not, I actually have a toy for this one too. With a rebel, yeah.
That's a cool idea.
More. You know what's great about Billy Idol? Everybody loves Billy Idol.
Right.
People who like pop music, people who like rock music, people who like heavy metal. He's one of those crossover people, like musicians, that just appeal to everybody. He's got a shit ton of hits. Visually, he's got a cool look. You could do the rebel fist with the glove and the spikes as like a bash.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a great catalog of music. I mean, that's imagine you're playing pinball next to Rush, like, and your choice is like listening to White Wedding or fucking YYZ or whatever. Like, what would you pick?
Well, I'm a huge Rush fan, so bad example, but.
Well, I'm not saying Rush sucks, but I'm just saying that music.
If you put it next to Led Zeppelin, I would be like, yes, Billy. I would rather be listening to Billy Idol.
A lot of Rush stuff is melancholy. You got like Spirit of the Radio and some more upbeat stuff, but a lot of that stuff is slower. Where Billy Idol's got just a shit ton of bangers. So anyway, so what does everybody say here? Yes, I love the TV show. There was a Billy Idol TV show?
No, they're talking about
all of it. Yes.
It's a whole lot of no's.
Really? There's a lot of no's?
Oh, yeah. If you go to the top, it started with trash. then I'd
Oh,
buy
I gotta
it.
scroll.
Meh.
My thing stopped.
Trash Can Ninja, I agree. Electric Cowboy, F this old man music. Please, for the love of God, we need more
But see,
modern
now
music stuff.
here's what I'm seeing. Everybody's saying no to Billy Idol and then suggest the band they want. The band they want doesn't factor in here. We're saying would this be good? Not no, make Black Sabbath instead. Just would this be good?
Right.
But I mean, I'll take the bruises. If people say no and they don't agree, then so be it.
Okay, well, if you're doing a band that everybody's going to say no to, I have a band that everybody's going to say no to as well, probably. Even though this would make an amazing pinball machine, I'm going with Ice Nine Kills as my next choice for a music pin. Reason being, Ice Nine Kills, if you guys aren't familiar, they are a modern heavy metal band that they cover primarily horror movies in their songs. Now, when I say that, that's immediately a red flag, because usually when like a punk rock band is like, oh yeah, we cover horror movies, it really sucks. They're like, Friday the 13th, he's coming to get me, yeah. It sucks ass. I freaking hate punk rock bands covering horror movies. But Ice Nine Kills actually has a ton of musical talent and can go in a wide range in every single one of their songs, and they write insanely catchy choruses and melodies, but they're also super heavy and have great breakdowns. So a list of a lot of the bands that Ice Nine Kills has covered includes Saw, The Exorcist, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, The Crow, Child's Play, Cabin Fever, Scream, The Shining, Edward Scissorhands, It, Psycho, Hostel, Resident Evil, and like a million more. And all of those songs are really great. This would be the perfect way for us to cover a lot of horror movies that admittedly we'll probably never get around to doing. Like,
But
you'll probably never see Spooky Pinball make Hostile Pinball or Cabin Fever Pinball or even The Crow Pinball. It's not that likely. So it would be awesome to have the opportunity to serve the fans of those specific titles with this music pin that covers those things. So it would be, and then of course also sound-wise, the game's got super heavy metal music. It's going to be super intense and awesome the whole time.
You're not mentioning the videos that they make that are very horror movie-ish.
Exactly. I mean, their music videos, they do an awesome job of covering all that. Sorry, I'm trying to read all the comments now. Here we go. See, we got a lot of who's. A lot of people just don't know this band yet because they only just got big in recent years, but they're actually getting like pretty darn big. They've been opening for Metallica for the last couple years now on a lot of their tours. So that's been really great. But the people who do know it are all saying like, yes, 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 that would be awesome. And it makes perfect sense. It's just not like big enough yet. Like not enough people know about it. But like I said, like odds are, as much as I hate to say it, you're probably not going to see like Hellraiser Pinball from Spooky Pinball. This would be a great opportunity to cover all those things. And on top of that, the guys in the band, they run a very successful horror convention called the Silver Scream Con. They get all of these actors to come to that convention each year. So they're already covering these movies. They have the actors on their side. They have great production in their videos. All of these things come together to make a really awesome horror movie pinball machine covering a wide array of movies that wouldn't work on their own, and you have the support from the people who made them. I think that is so obviously just such a great opportunity. Hellraiser would sell. I think people are kind of mistaken on some of the horror movie stuff sometimes with how it does in pinball or not. Bug, would that music pin then have mechs from the obscure films that you mentioned? Yeah, absolutely. Like, I mean, if they have a Saw themed song, which actually I think Saw would sell a pretty decent amount of units on its own, but you would do like a reverse bear trap style mechanism for that. Freddy's glove, you could try and sneak versions of that in there. So like, there's I mean, if you guys really want Hellraiser and you think we could sell 888, I'd do it, but I don't feel like it would sell that many units. I'm one of the biggest Hellraiser. Oh, speaking of Hellraiser, Gary Tunnicliffe, who worked on a bunch of Hellraiser movies and directed one of them, for Christ's sake, he got me this t-shirt. Chris, you're going to be so jealous. So it's got
Dude,
Cheryl.
you need a signal booster for your internet.
Oh, is it coming apart? But check out the back. Can you read it?
Evil Dead pinball machine. Wow.
Yeah.
And he didn't send me one. What a dick.
He sent me
I'm
various
taking,
sizes, and I looked at them and I was
I'm
like, "Uh oh."
taking, yeah. They don't make tents in England? What the hell? Anyway, all right. So
Pin Paladin. We're going with like 300 units. We don't think that I don't think that what I'm saying would sell 300 units, so I'm not quite sure that it would be safe enough to like go after. And I hope I'm wrong someday. I think with time, something like Ice Nine Kills would come into style enough. But the current demographic that buys these machines, especially driven by nostalgia, a modern horror movie metal band probably just doesn't really cut it as much.
well, let me give you my 2 cents.
What's up, Evil Dead fan?
I like what the band does. Honestly, I had no idea who they were and probably wouldn't have unless you said something about it. And that's what scares me, is that I don't think they have enough exposure, for something like this.
Right.
And people, there's a lot of people in the chat or whatever that might tell you, oh, I like that band, but I mean, hey, would you give us $9,000 or whatever for a pinball machine of it? That really weeds everything down real fast. And I don't have enough, because of their lack of exposure, I guess, or popularity or whatever in the mainstream. I just don't have enough faith in it. I do like that. And plus I also think that you're counting on stuff that I don't think you'll be able to pull off, like Freddy Krueger's glove and shit like that. I don't think you like the stuff that in the videos you wouldn't be able to get away with on a pinball machine.
Exactly.
So
yeah, you'd have to be extremely cautious about how you go about all of that.
And and it might just pin you down to just being able to use video assets for that kind of stuff. So then what do you got with the game? Bunch of blood splatters and a couple of rock stars, like I can't. I want to say yes because I feel bad that I'm crapping on all your stuff, but I don't have faith that it would succeed. It would be fun to do. I don't have faith that it would succeed. So
yep.
Now
that's why it's on my list.
Do we need a which would be better, them or Billy Idol for this, or no?
Yeah, why not? Let's try it. Chat. Comment in the chat. Would you rather have Ice Nine Kills or Billy Idol for a pinball machine?
Those are your only choices.
Don't reply back. Do Ozzy. Yeah. We know right. We're supposed to do Ozzy.
do Mystery Science Theater 3000. Come on. All right, so Billy Idol,
two Billy.
Ice, 19K. Neither. What the fuck is that band? Billy Idol,
Billy,
Ice, Idol.
Ice Nine, neither.
Billy,
neither.
Idol, neither. Another 19K. Somebody help
19K me out. Is Ice Nine Kills.
Oh.
Ice Nine Kills. Billy.
It looks like, without counting, it looks like about
probably
even.
Billy, Iceman, Ice Nine. Yeah, it seems about even. Ice. Ozzy. Coffee, you're fucking hilarious. Got us. Okay, so it's split pretty even there.
So it's split. So we'll just throw those two out then. Because I don't think either one of them. Oh, now Billy's picking up steam. Wait, maybe we won't throw him out.
Steam. He's coming back around. He's got a second wind in him.
So we're moving on to the next one. Okay.
How old is Billy Idol?
Oh, he's getting up there. He's probably early 60s, I would say. I need a couple of hands for this one. That's what she said. All right.
Cheers.
I feel very strongly about this one.
Okay.
This is something everybody knows. And when I say everybody, I mean 60-year-olds and 6-year-olds.
Here it is. Yeah.
Monster cereals.
I love this.
Let me have my pitch now. Again, multi-generational appeal. Exposure every 3 months before Halloween. Jim Henson's puppets. That's what they're doing this year. They're doing Jim Henson versions of those characters. Everybody knows who they are. And the best thing I think it is that it's wide open. You can create a world for these characters. You could have like a castle for Count Chocula. You could have like a laboratory for Frankenberry. You could have a graveyard for Booberry. You got the three, the pink, the brown, and the blue colors. And it would just be fun. It's a good family, machine. It appeals to adult. Like, I'd buy it. I'd not be afraid it came off like a family machine, but then someone who's worried about their kids not seeing Cheryl climbing over the back of their back box could also buy it. So,
but only if the pin tastes the way the cereals did in the '80s. We
could have a scratch and sniff lockdown bar.
Here is my take on Monster Cereal. Absolutely everybody loves the idea of this game, and maybe 3 of them would actually pull out their wallet and set $10,000 down to buy it, is my take on Monster Cereal.
You're not putting much faith in your design work. What about the game? How many people bought Evil Dead and they thought Evil Dead sucked, or they had no idea what it was? A lot of people, because of the game.
Evil Dead is
so now it's on you.
A lot better than Monster Cereals.
Monster Cereals, not Munster Cereals.
I said Monster.
You said Munster.
So a lot of people here absolutely love the idea of Monster Cereal. Who is actually pulling out $9,000 to $11,000?
That's not fair.
I'm saying 11 because this game wouldn't come out for another 7 years with how booked up we are. But how many people are going to actually pull out the money to buy Monster Cereals? And like, guys, we're very serious about this question. Like, this is actually really good market research for us.
Why would you say Stern has already done Monster Cereals? That is not true.
Not me. Nope. 3K. Better idea than ABBA. Hey, we got it.
I don't think it's fair to ask without seeing a game.
I'm buying it and coming to work in Benton. No, sorry, guys. I would not. Not me. Yeah. I mean, this is just where I get tricked up with it. It's like... And I think there's a lot of pins like this.
What kind of response do you think you would have gotten when you said Evil Dead? Probably the same thing.
Oh, no. A lot of people thought it was a great idea. I would buy the Booberry edition. That would be awesome, having different editions of the game. Like, you can choose if you want Count Chocula, Frankenberry, Booberry, even Yummy Mummy and Fruit Brute. Are there more flavors outside of that?
There's Fruit Brute. There's Yummy Mummy. They started a new one called Carmela something.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, she's...
But fuck all that shit. That's all bullshit. I wouldn't even want to do Fruit Brute and Yummy Mummy. Maybe Fruit Brute, maybe. But Yummy Mummy came later, and it was just another repackaged version of Fruit Brute. So what's the point of that? It didn't even have its own cereal. Because everyone went, what's a brute? It's like, it's supposed to be a fucking wolf man. So they went, all right, we'll just change it to Yummy Mummy. There, everyone knows what a mummy is.
Bill Dog wants Quaker Oats instead. Captain Crunch. A lot of votes for Captain Crunch. I'm in on Captain Crunch. That's funny.
How about...
Okay, my next choice. I'm actually going to drop one of mine. I'm not going to do that one at all. It's just not worth it.
You only had 4, and now you're pulling one out?
No, I did have 5. I did end up with 5. I just pulled one out. Here's my next pitch. As people in my Discord thread probably know, gosh, I want it so bad. All right, there is a $2 billion horror franchise out there. And the 4th movie is actually coming out this weekend. But the franchise itself has like 10 movies. And that is the Conjuring universe. So, if you're my age, which is young, when these movies came out, we were all at the perfect age for watching these at like sleepovers, and it scared the absolute shit out of all of us. It was so awesome. If you were, this was one of those movies you put on at the sleepover, and people would actually walk out of your room, like walk out. I had a friend that left the room, went out and played pinball the entire time we were watching the movie after like 10 minutes because he couldn't handle it. But for those who aren't familiar, because apparently a decent amount of people like aren't, The Conjuring universe has more than just the Conjuring movies. It also has the Nun franchise, the Annabelle franchise, and the Curse of I can't say it right. La Llorona. I can't say it right. I'm sorry.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Hold that back up again. Hold that DVD back up. First of all, DVD, nice going. That fucker is still in the wrapper, asshole.
You know why? Because I have two copies. Because I have two copies.
Why would you buy two?
This was given to me. Yeah, one of them was given to me as a gift. Because people were like, "You would love this," and I'm like, "I do. I already own it on Blu-ray, not DVD." But anyway, my most common phrase to say during those movies: "Nope," and "fuck that." Yeah, Carrie. Let me pull up my notes here. So aside from like, I'm not saying it would be a great pin just because like, oh, it's so scary. There's actually really awesome characters and sequences in these movies that would be great for pinball modes. For example, the hide and go clap sequence in the very first movie would be an awesome moment for pinball of actually trying to find the correct shot and having the game be very quiet, and you get that out of nowhere when you do find it and it scares the pants out of you. The Dead Ringers from the Nun movie, which by the way, I will admit, half of the Conjuring universe movies are not great. Like, the Nun movies are pretty terrible outright, but they do have great moments and sequences in them. The Dead Ringers of the bell when you're buried down in the grave, the bells ringing in the graveyard, that would be awesome. I would love to have a mechanism of Annabelle sitting in the glass case that the Warrens keep in their room full of forbidden items, and occasionally she can slip out of that case and actually pop in different areas of the game and cause a bunch of havoc and problems for you in the game, because you have to keep her in there or she haunts the whole freaking machine and takes everything over. Character-wise, Chris, I don't know how familiar you are with this franchise, but there's so many good, really interesting-looking characters that you could draw. Outside of just Ed and Lorraine Warren, Annabelle would be awesome to see you draw. The Nun, the Crooked Man, Bill Wilkinson. There's a lot of the priest characters. There's a ton of really
Who was the lady that was hanging on the tree? She was creepy looking.
Exactly. Like, there's so many cool, creepy ghost characters that would be awesome to see in the artwork. And like I said, on top of that, there's a ton of sequences throughout the movies. And outside of just what's in the movies, a general ghost hunting experience of the game would be really cool as well. And also, most importantly of all, you get Patrick Wilson singing I Can't Help Falling in Love with You by Elvis Presley. I mean, that's a multi-ball in and of itself. Patrick Wilson is unironically one of my favorite actors of all time. I fucking love him. And the franchise has super creepy music. It would be a really, really, I'm telling you guys, I could make you the coolest, scariest pinball experience that would actually be super catchy and fun if you let us do this universe.
I like the idea of, like, for the clap mode, like the entire playfield going red, primarily dark. And then you hear the clap sound effect in some area, some shot on the playfield flashes to the clap. And in the red, you have to try and hit that shot without any extra lighting. And then, if you hit it, it claps over here. So just as a random thing, I think that would be really cool. That sounds fun.
Yeah. I'm reading through the comments right now. I love what people are saying. I appreciate that people in the comment section are like, they can't see it. Somebody mentioned this sounds like licensing hell. Guys, I work with Warner Brothers. We talk every single week. They're begging us. They're like, make this game.
Licensing the Elvis song and shit like that.
Oh yeah, licensing that would be a little bit tougher. But Patrick, I'll walk through. I'll drag my nuts through hot coals if it means I have Patrick Wilson singing Elvis Presley in my game.
Yeah, because it might not be as bad as you think, because you only have to pay for the rights to the words because Elvis isn't singing it.
Yeah, exactly. It's a cover. It's a cover, technically. You're just paying for the publishing rights, I think. Yeah. Would definitely buy as long as it's scary. Those movies are terrible, and the Warrens are con artists. Sorry, Bugs. Oh yeah, in the real life, the Warrens are awful. I don't care about the real life Ed and Lorraine Warren. I care about Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson and Lorraine Warren because they're awesome.
Vera Farmiga.
Yeah, Vera. I probably said so many things wrong while talking about this.
I believe that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah. So, like any horror franchise, I find it funny because like some people are like, oh, some of those movies really suck. We're saying that as if some of the Halloween movies didn't really fucking suck.
Oh, there's
Like,
some real thinkers in that one.
like, come on.
Most
Like
of them are
every
thinkers.
single horror movie franchise that has more than like 3 movies in it has some of the worst movies you've ever seen. Hellraiser, I love Hellraiser so much. I have the box tattooed on my back. I haven't even seen all those movies because they get so terrible after a certain point you can't hardly watch them. But that doesn't mean that the first handful are really, really top-notch, awesome movies. And the first 2 Conjuring movies are freaking incredible. And half those Annabelle movies really aren't bad. I like them a lot.
Well, and another thing too is like the benefit of doing a pinball machine when it's based on the whole universe is you can cherry pick the best parts. So you can say, okay, well,
Exactly.
part 4 might have sucked, but this character was really good. If we pull him out of that, we avoid the sucky movie, but we get the cool character. So it's like the best of everything, I have to. My vote is. I will agree with you on this one.
Woo!
Yeah,
I got one. I've got
I
one
have
that
to
made
agree.
it.
Oh, is that
Uh,
all you got? Everyone else said no.
oh
That was
well,
a-
it sound it sounded like people were pretty into Iceland Kills, but you said no.
Everybody keeps like, man. Do I have to get angry?
No, because we
I know I
got.
don't want to
Hey,
get
by the
angry.
way, we have 80 viewers tonight, which is super awesome. We really appreciate you guys being here for our tomfoolery and
And if you're going to be
goofiness.
here, let us know what you think of what we're talking about, not what you want. There'll be time for that later. Right now, just like, is the Conjuring universe, is that a good idea? No, make a Friday the 13th. No, just let us know what it is on this one. And then we'll talk. And then we'll give you guys a chance to dump all your ideas out. Like
I
a
got
big
red when I
box of
had the
Legos.
clap. Thank you, Don.
Tomfoolery.
Rafcon USMC had a very funny line above
I'm
saying he had a very line funny say if,
all right.
if a franchise didn't have bad movies, is it really a franchise? And I agree 100%. Also, a lot of people were saying, but Evil Dead has no bad movies. And yes, that was one of my main points when we were marketing the game was this is somehow a perfect horror movie franchise with no bad movies or TV shows. It's insane. Like it's to this day. I can't wait to see the next one. I hope they keep it going because genuinely, I don't know. Can you name any other franchises, Chris? Horror franchises with no bad movies. I love Friday the 13th to death. There's some stinkers in Friday the 13th.
Yeah. The Exorcist part 2 is
Terrible.
awful, but part 1 and part 3 are awesome.
Yeah.
Boy, I don't know. Huh. I'm trying to think of franchises that were like 3 movies, so there's not a bunch. You know what I don't think there's any stinkers in, and I'm probably the only one. Phantasm. I know they're cheesy.
I've heard this. Yeah,
You
I haven't
go
seen
in-
them all.
Yeah, you go in knowing that they're going to be, cheesy.
Yeah.
But they're all consistently good, and plus you got the silver spheres in that movie, perfect for pinball. I should have.
There's
put
a couple
Phantasm.
people saying the Saw franchise has no bad movies, and I am so close to agreeing with you. I actually am. As crazy as that is, 10 movies deep, and I've seen all 10.
Did it just? To me, it just got old. It didn't get bad. It just got old.
Yeah. I love the soap
Human
opera
centipede.
of Saw. It's so I love the cop plot stuff. I love the soap opera-ness of it.
We got a winner
The
here.
problem
Bug.
is Jigsaw kind of sucked. I didn't like
We got a winner here, Bug. Human
one?
centipede. Shoot the ball right in the ass and it comes out the mouth.
See one vote for Alien. Debatable.
Alien, the movie Alien.
Yeah, Dustin.
What do you think?
Okay, I appreciate there's a handful of people here saying Saw. I do appreciate that because I'm willing to pass the movie Jigsaw and Spiral. I actually don't hate Spiral nearly as much as everybody else does. I'm willing to pass the movie Jigsaw.
Spiral.
I think the rest are pretty good, honestly.
I don't even know about that one. See, I fell off.
That was the one with Chris Rock. You didn't see that one?
Chris Rock. No.
It had dude, Chris Rock and Samuel L. Jackson in a Saw movie. And Sam Jackson plays Chris Rock's dad. Can I tell you guys a story really quick? This is a really
Better be quick.
this is a completely off topic from pinball story. Never mind. I'm not going to tell it. I just changed my mind. That's a very bad idea. I can't tell
Wow.
this. I'm going to tell
Leave
you after
everybody
the
hanging.
stream, Chris.
All right,
Remind me to tell you.
Should I go with my last one now?
Hit me.
Where's my visual? This is the best visual, but I had one, so I had something. You know, everybody really liked my Munsters black and white art, so I think a return to black and white artwork with
Oh,
Man 9 from Outer Space. Talk
epic.
about easy. You got flying spaceships, UFOs over Hollywood. You got Tor trying to struggle to get his fat ass out of the. I was already thinking like because you're saying like try to come up with mechs and stuff. I thought wouldn't it be funny to have a graveyard full of tombstones and you hit the targets and the tombstones kind of tilt.
They tilt
They all
over
just kind of move.
because they're so cheap.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do like on the backboard, like have the pie can things glued together and like on a string dangle it across the way on the backside.
I did a poster for Plan 9, and there's actually pie tin flying saucers with strings coming out of the top drawn in there. So yeah, Plan 9, Tor Johnson, Bela Lugosi. Bela Lugosi's sort of in his last film. It was his last film, but the footage they shot of him was not for that film. It was just random shit that they put in there. But yeah, black and white, cheesy old 50s Ed Wood movie.
I want a mode where every time you hit, it's the shots are going to be split down the playfield. And when you hit one side, it changes the vampire into Bela Lugosi. And when you hit the other side, it changes it into Ed Wood's chiropractor.
Wasn't it the dentist or something?
Was he no. I think, no, it was a chiropractor because he cracks the neck. Yeah.
Yeah, Kathy's, right.
That would be your and mine real dream theme together, of course, would be Ed Wood. Right. Which a lot of people in the chat are saying do Ed Wood instead.
So I think next time we have an idea of like let's do a list of potential things. I think just you and I should discuss it because everyone else is like, no, do Black Sabbath. Like they got all their own crap that they want to make and they don't.
My favorite comment still is better than ABBA. Somebody keeps putting it in there.
But better than Ezra. How about a better than Ezra pinball machine?
We know a guy.
I do know a guy. We know the bass player.
Yeah, Plan 9's super fun. Correct me. Was Plan 9? Was it in Elvira's House of Horrors? The machine? Was it in there?
I don't know.
Night of the Living Dead was.
I don't think so. I don't think it was. And it's actually a license, but you could probably get it for cheap, and that means you could roll that money into other stuff. So, but I think it'd be fun. No one does old hokey retro crap anymore. I think wasn't Creature from the Black Lagoon the last one that someone did that kind of sort of fit that category? How long ago was that?
I don't even know.
I don't know either. I had one more to add to. Well, it wasn't. I don't know if I wanted to add it to the list. I had an idea that I thought might work in a Rube Goldberg sort of a way. Or Rube Goldberg and then like Nitro Circus and anything along those lines and kind of mash them all together in your backyard and do a fail army pinball machine.
Where all your video army?
Yeah, all the video clips are like people wiping out, and it's the videos on YouTube.
You want to do like America's Funniest Home Videos pinball?
Yeah, the guys, lawnmower exploding, all this people smacking their heads. Dog takes off when they open the door and they hit their head on the gutter and shit. So you just do this like kooky pinball machine where the ball's going, interacting with all this crazy shit. And then your video
Somebody commented, wah, 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 because they know I don't have the button to press it for me.
Damn it. Well, hey, all of my ideas aren't good. I signed an exclusive with Spooky, didn't I? Oh! Whammy! Oh.
God.
I love you.
I love you.
I tell you I love you every day. I offer handies. What more can I do?
Many of sexual favor has been offered.
Jackass pinball. Yeah, I mean, it kind of all fits in. Little Shop of
So,
Horrors.
Trash Can Ninja actually just said, Trash Can, I'm going to steal your comment for my last choice because I actually didn't have one. My original last choice was going to be Coraline, but I don't even have enough to talk about with it for like why I think it would be a great game.
Wait, you
I do love this movie, but
cut out.
what?
It was going to be.
Christopher?
You're cutting out. If you said the title, we didn't hear it.
Oh, I was saying my last one was gonna be Coraline, but I'm last second changing it here, and I'm changing it to what Trash Can Ninja said, and I'm going for MXC, Most Extreme Elimination Challenge, for my last entry on my list. Do you remember this
I'm
show,
not familiar
Chris?
with it.
So it's from the
No.
early 2000s, and there was this show in Japan called Takashi's Castle. And are you familiar with the show Wipeout?
No.
Okay, so basically,
American Gladiators.
so like Takashi's Castle was a bunch of contestants would have to get through this type of obstacle course. And it was just a bunch of really crazy stuff that you'd have to get to. So like you'd be running over stones in a lake, but some of the stones were fake and some were real. And if you stepped on the wrong one, it would fall in and people would like eat shit. And they would like smack their face, break their teeth, break bones. Like they got screwed up. So like America did this show and they called it Wipeout. And it was super lame because it was all like really squishy and safe. And like you would like
Yeah, they
kind of
took all
get
the
smacked
danger
off.
out of
But
it.
it was like, it wasn't cool. The Japanese freaking nailed it when they did it. But so it was an authentic, like, cool like experience in Takashi's Castle. At some point in America, what they did was they took it and they dubbed over it in English, but they just changed all of the dialogue for extremely crude humor. They're when they're talking in Japanese, they dubbed over it in English, and they're not like actually translating it at all. They're just saying whatever it is they want to say. But every episode they would just come up with the craziest stuff, and it would be like the porn stars versus the dentists, or it would be like film directors versus little league baseball, like all these different the professional surfers versus rodeo. And they would just have the craziest humor on top of all of it, and they would like tell their own story and narrative and have one team winning over the other. And as far as crude humor goes, it is definitely in line with stuff like Beavis and Butt-Head in South Park from back in the day. They offended everybody. There was no stones left unturned. But the two hosts, Kenny and Vic, would be the most amazing pinball narration ever. Like having those two talk while you're shooting the shots and they're reacting with the funny lines to that. And then of course Guy Ledouche setting up certain things, and the captain. Tons of really great characters, tons of super funny obstacle courses, jokes, skits, everything. And MXC was
It sounds like that
freaking amazing.
That could fit my playfield idea, but just make for better assets or whatever. Don was talking about a Walt Wood pinball machine, so allow me to share with you a little clip of my friend Walt here.
Oh, like the tank force, huh? I think I'll buy it, huh? Would you like a down payment? Okay, here you go. Here you go. Take my down payment.
There you go.
Never.
Oh, could you hear
Well,
that? Already?
Yeah, we could. Walt is I need to get him on the show.
You do, and I need to be on that one.
I want to get him on the show so bad. I don't know what we would do. Walt, I don't know if you're going to see this or not. Email me, bug@spookypinball.com. Let's do something. Let's make something happen, man. I'm ready for it. Let's make magic.
Walt design a game.
Me and Walt are going to
Limited
design a
edition
game
game.
together on a stream. He said he's got ideas. I want to hear what his ideas are.
Walt rocks.
Okay, so
I look forward to
MXC, are there any takers on MXC? Yes or no? Bobby Six says, Walt Wood is the best content creator.
How many people-
I struggle every day knowing that I will never do anything
many-
half as entertaining as Walt Wood.
Oh, I'll fart. You want to you want a down payment? Let me brew one up.
MXC is hilarious, but no, we got nose, yes, nope. MXC. Phil!
My only concern,
Phil,
what
I
you
respect
described,
it. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you saying yes.
what you described sounds very appealing and up my alley, but I've just never heard of it, and that would only be my concern if I haven't heard of it. How many people have? Then again, I do live in a box. I don't get out much because I don't like people.
Funny show, but no,
People,
meh.
yeah.
It seems like people are mostly out, but the people who are diehard would show up. I bet you I could sell 150 limited edition
150.
MXCs.
Oh my God. This thing is fucking heavy. I don't know if anybody brought this up, or maybe if I'm just forgetting, but I do have a visual aid.
Wow.
Look at that.
That's a really nice one. Yeah,
It's
I like it.
beefy. It's like, look at that.
Is that
This
supposed to
thing
be movie 3? Looks like movie 3.
I think it's the part 4 because he's got the axe.
Yeah, it is part 4. Yeah, and he's got the slash in the helmet, which he gets in.
Yeah,
movie
and plus the outfit, you can tell the tan and the green. But this thing is like, it's not hollow. Every piece is solid. It weighs a freaking ton. Oh, and it cost a freaking ton too, but that's beside me. How can I get it back in its spot without knocking
Mike Donk
it?
says, I've never seen MXC, but I'm in on one if you make it. And Donk, that is why we freaking love you, my friend. Franchi, did you know Mike Donk is the originator of Spooky Boner?
Of Spooky Boner? No.
He's the creator. That's his creation.
Well
That's
done,
his
Mike.
brainchild. His second brain child.
So I could
if
say
you know what I mean.
I collaborated with Mike when I did the Spooky Boner artwork. It was his idea and my art, kind of like a comic team. Somebody writes the story, somebody does the art. So anyway, okay, so we've dropped all of our ideas, and everyone, I mean, it's not like I have to give you permission, but you guys want to go ahead and shower us with all your ideas. Mothman, yes.
Well, hang on. I want to chat. Here's what I want. Everybody in chat, give me your worst idea. Your absolute worst idea for a theme. To Catch a Predator pinball. Hit me with it.
Yeah, Mothman, I was talking to Bug about cryptids, about doing a game about Mothman, Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster, the Jersey Devil, all of those things in one game.
And this is why we freaking had to get you exclusive to Spooky, because Ben Heck, are you still in the chat? I told him that we'd been talking about doing a sequel to America's Most Haunted, AMH,
America's
called
Most
like
Cryptid?
America's Most Weird or America's Most Cryptid, and
You
doing
can't do
Mothman.
You would lose Loch Ness Monster if it was American.
Oh, true.
Scottish.
Maybe they get a passport for that. Helen Keller pinball. Fuck.
There's just no lights. Imagine.
Oh man, I could go a lot of ways with that. I'm not gonna. Helen Keller pin. Oh shit.
Why's my camera keep crapping out?
That's gonna be the number one. Good luck beating that. Hannah Montana would actually go super hard. Give it time.
If we
The Cosby Show.
If we do Taylor Swift, can we spell it wrong like you did? Taler.
D Party. What's
You don't
up?
have to get a license if you spelled it wrong. Can we do the
Schindler's
Taylor,
List. Oh,
the
God.
Taylor Swift, Kelsey, whoever the fuck the guy's name is, engagement pinball machine? Oh my god, it's so romantic.
Vanilla Ice. Do you guys remember the Vanilla Ice Goes Amish show?
No, but I remember Jim Carrey doing Vanilla Ice, which was funny as fuck.
He crushed that, like down to a T.
He crushes everything. Well, back then. Now he's getting a little old and cranky and doesn't like Hollywood and stuff. Love Boat.
I would be the same if I was him.
Don, exciting and new. Come aboard his podcast. He's
Can we get Carrie Hardy to join us?
Carrie Hardy.
Carrie, if I send you a link to this, will you join us right now?
Oh, come in on the video.
Yeah.
Can
Carrie.
you handle it? Your software's crapping out with just you and me in it.
I think it's just crapping out on your end. It's been fine on mine.
Let's bring everybody in.
Don, will you join? I'm going to get another person in here. I don't know if I can get 2 more or not. I think I can only get
You've
1 more.
overstayed your welcome as a guest when he starts bringing other guests in.
Yeah, I'm done with you. I need more.
Yeah. I can only have 3 people. Franchi,
Next. At the gym, LOL. Okay.
Who's at the gym?
Carrie. I guess I can go to my
you must
car.
be
No,
working out
you
real
get your
hard.
gains.
He's at the gym snack bar, maybe.
Don.
What's he doing on his phone, like chatting with us? But he's at
Don,
the
I'm going to
gym.
send you an invite.
Must be working on his legs.
I'm emailing you an invite, Don.
Franchi the pinball machine.
I'm going to email it to both of you
All
and
the
Carrie.
backstories would
See
be
if
like
I can get you
bags
both
of
to join.
Doritos.
I sent you the link, Don. I want to get you in here. Want to get your themes. Carrie, I'm sending you one too.
He said, "Let's go." I want to see Carrie working out in the gym.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Carrie, can we get a tour of your gym?
Oh, he's in his gym.
I sent you both invites.
Well, if he's in his gym, he can
Let's
just
get
walk
him
out of his
in.
gym. New comments. This thing is not keeping up with the comments. I love Lucy pinball. Let's do Three's Company pinball.
This is gonna be so fire. I can't wait. Since my previous guest was getting really boring to talk to.
This concerns me. I'm getting one of those rooster things. That little flap.
Here we go. What's up, brother?
What's going on? Welcome to me, I guess.
You were just ready to go. You look like you were ready to record a podcast right now.
This is absolutely.
Don makes more,
green screen is going. Let's do this.
Don makes more podcast shirts than he does podcast episodes.
You keep buying them, man.
But I'm not being a hater, but I'm jealous because you probably don't make it my fat ass size.
Don's
so
like the Harley Davidson of pinball. He's a t-shirt company that also does a podcast, or in Harley Davidson's instance, they're a t-shirt company that happens to make motorcycles.
What's a tattoo on the left arm there?
I prefer.
Can we get a
lifestyle,
tattoo tour?
This one? Oh,
Yeah.
My Knott's Berry Farm Halloween heart tattoo. Is that what we're talking about?
You have a
I
Knott's-
didn't see that. I was. Oh, he's
Hold on.
gone.
We got to add our Texan in here. Here we go. What's up, Carrie?
Y'all don't believe me, huh? Y'all don't believe me where I'm at. Think I was lying?
Yeah, you don't look too sweaty, bitch.
I literally just started. I literally just started.
I was just warming up.
Yeah, I got my warm up in. Got my warm up pump in.
What are you working tonight? Glutes?
A little bit of everything.
Mostly glutes.
Yeah, you got to work on the glutes. I got to get my calves going. I'm gonna be like Keith Elwin.
Dude, pinball at the beach, that made me feel very insecure about my calves. Everybody was walking around with just these monster dad calves everywhere. I was like, ooh.
Let me see if I can go horizontal
wear
here. I'm not
jeans
sure.
at the beach.
There.
Very nice.
Oh.
So,
Wait, that's better.
what are we talking about? What's going on?
Carrie, what is your worst theme idea? That would make a good game. It'd be a good game, but it's never going to sell any units. What's your worst idea?
Not a single unit?
Okay, like
well,
10 units.
I heard some people listing off some that I'll make sure I got my key to get back in. I heard some people listing some off that I was like, yeah, that would be pretty bad. What was it? Schindler's List was one of those. Here's something like right next to the gym here in Texas, of course.
What?
You get your workout in, get your steps in, then go get you a bottle of Woodford bourbon, and then have you a hell of a night.
Brutal.
Nice.
But let's see here. I put on there Young and the Restless. That was something my grandma used to watch all the time whenever I was growing up, and that was just, I think no one would like that.
No.
My house was all my children, so yeah, same.
What about you, Don? What's your worst pinball theme idea?
I think Don was suggesting Ultraman would be a bad thing.
Hey, Don loves his Ultraman, right?
I still like the color purple. I mean, I first watched that coming of age at age 14, make me feel a certain kind of way, and Oprah Winfrey's never been the same for me.
Carrie, Carrie, are you farting? Is that what that is?
No, that's a motorcycle, but I'm sure after later on. No, it's a moped of some sort. There it goes.
Are you wearing gloves right now?
Yeah.
Hey, that
You don't know where these hands have been touching these machines.
Okay, at least it's for the germ aspect.
how would an evil Knievel do? A new evil Knievel. You think that'd be good? The old one kind of blows.
I would leave it to American Pinball. I unironically would enjoy it. I think it'd be a fun game. I would never make it myself, but
No.
We're gonna stick to drawing, but hey, look what we got over here.
Right? Do some West
Malt
Virginia
man.
representations. Let's do cryptids.
Carrie, you gonna max out a bench press for us on camera?
There is no way. That's all I need is to get something broken or tear a muscle tonight. The wife's already telling me to stop by and get chocolate ice cream on the way home. She's like, get some bread and some chocolate ice cream. Okay, yeah.
After the gym, of course. Get bread
Yeah.
and chocolate ice cream.
I don't know what she's making. I'm guessing a weird ice cream sandwich. I don't know.
Are we still on bad themes? Because I still want the
Yeah.
Office made. I don't think that's a bad theme.
That's not a bad
It's
theme.
not a bad
though.
thing. No,
Yeah.
there's a lot of liners that you could have in that one.
Thank you.
It is tough doing various comedies because, like, some people recommend stuff like Superbad or like Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah,
It's
there's
like-
a lot of.
They're awesome comedies that everybody loves. Step Brothers too. Like, that's a great example. They're awesome comedies. How do you make a good game out of it?
What the hell's wrong with my camera?
Well, I guess you guys got
I knew.
first. Why don't you guys work on that and then get to become kidding? Okay.
It's like I knew somebody that was working on a Dumb and Dumber homebrew. I don't want to mention their name or stuff like that because they I'm guessing they may still be working on it. I don't know, but they really did a good job with the cabinet in particular. It looked like the van.
Jean Bowden, Napoleon Dynamite. Franchi and I were quoting Napoleon Dynamite like all week last week.
Oh, I had
That's when you know that you could make a good machine. Is when you have a lot of quotables. And I know that who did Super Troopers? I thought somebody was working on Super Troopers, but that's another movie with so many quotables on there.
Not sure. I remember playing a Billy Madison homebrew. That was pretty fun.
Yeah, I think it's the same people that did Billy Madison. I think they were working on, or they openly said it. They weren't like, don't tell anybody, but yeah, like, we're doing Super Troopers next. So I'm like, all right.
And then you told everybody.
No, I mean it wasn't in privacy. It was like right in the middle of TPF, and I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, not bad.
I have a great theme for a pinball machine in my hands. You guys want to see it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Show us what's in your hands. Is that Jesus?
The glare is so bad we can't see anything. What
Oh.
the
Yeah.
fuck is that?
Milk.
It's some
Yeah.
old lady in a bra.
Is that your mom?
Oh, wait.
How much
That's
a
Motorboat Alley.
Is
That's
this a
Motorboat
Spooky
Alley
Franchi
right there.
mother reveal?
I don't know. I thought that would be funny to hang in my hallway. So when people come over, they're like,
And then tell people that is your mom. That's my mom.
Be honest with me, Chris. When is the last time you had somebody over to your house?
just today.
Damn it, got me.
I'll
Well,
trade you.
I thought I had
Called
some
your
work.
bluff.
They were
You called
waiting
your
in the
bluff
back
on that
yard.
one.
They didn't
The
actually
garbage
come
guy
in.
doesn't count, dude.
They were waiting in the backyard. They didn't actually come in.
Ah.
They were at my house. That counts. I don't know when the last time I had somebody in my house.
Evil Dead fan says, do we think that a Sopranos machine could work? Evil Dead fan, I think the better choice to go from there is Breaking Bad.
That's yes.
What I've been
I
saying.
think it is. Don and I have had numerous a conversation about how great Breaking Bad pinball would be.
That's one of the best series ever for
Of
those
all
who have
time.
never seen it. It's one of those series that I've watched through at least 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
And it's very rare to find a series that ends on a perfect note of just like, you know what? That was a very satisfying ending. I mean, it all wraps up. I love that series.
Yeah.
I'm watching it again.
Literally one of the best shows of all time. And even though it's like technically super dark subject matter, I do think there's a way to gamify it and make it fun without being too tacky. Because Franchi and I were talking about this a lot about Exorcist. because we posted a photo of him wearing an Exorcist t-shirt, and everybody was like, oh, you guys should totally do that. And it's like, super iconic horror movie. Everybody loves it. How do you make it a game without it being super duper tacky, though? Because of how serious the subject matter is.
You just find iconic themes and make modes after those.
Yeah, I don't know if tacky is the right word. It's. I think we came to the conclusion that it would come off kind of boring, because like you'd have like the girl floating in the bed or whatever, but it all takes place in a house or a church. There's not a lot of exciting, and you certainly can't be like, you know, the ball goes down the drain and the machine says your mother sucks dead cocks in hell. No.
Your mother sucks cocks in hell.
You know,
I think
we have the crucifix stabbing the vagina, you know, toy.
Yeah, it's like, how do we possibly make this into a fun pinball machine? Well, Breaking Bad, even though it's like really dark as well a lot of the time, I still think we could make it into a fun game. I think it would be awesome.
A lot of quotables in there. You got to have "Say my name," you know, at some point in there, among many other quotes. But yeah, science, bitch.
Oh, dude! Oh my God, we have we do the TCM door mech again, and every time it throws it in, he's like, "Yeah, bitch, man."
Yes.
You have a Winnebago ball lock,
Right?
And you got to have the lab as the lower playfield.
damn it!
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh my,
Yeah.
can we just, dude? We could just totally reskin Evil Dead into Breaking Bad. You do the camera as the Winnebago, lower playfield as the lab, Gus's lab. Oh my gosh.
The little
And
And this is when you can.
Los Pollos Hermanos.
The hand could be the turtle with Danny Trejo's head on it.
Wow. Right.
And you can make the topper be probably the Winnebago itself and have it where it's got, like, you can load it up with smoke liquid or liquid smoke, and it can have smoke coming out of it.
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
turnaround Linda head could be the guy who got half his face blown off.
Dude, the chat actually is low key. They're like, go for it.
Yeah, you gotta have the ringing bells from on the wheelchair from I forgot his character name, but yeah, you gotta be able to hit that ding 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 or whatever for yes or no.
Yeah.
That could be the shotgun mech. Yeah.
I love the idea too, is as you score more points, the DEA gets like hotter and hotter on your trail, and you have to figure out how to start laundering your points through a car wash.
Yes.
And if you get busted at any point during the game, like fail a mode, you have to call Saul to bail you out of it.
Oh yeah, you gotta have Bob Odenkirk in there for some call outs. That would be best, actually, him doing all the call outs.
Yeah, him, like Mike, would be really good for call outs too. I bet Mike's available.
Yeah.
More
I
available. Bob
thought-
Odenkirk's a pretty big deal.
I thought the guy that played Mike died, but I could be wrong.
I don't think he did.
Okay, I might be wrong.
Let's do a Kool-Aid
Walter,
man pinball
launch
machine.
the bald Walter.
What are you doing, Walter? Go home.
Yeah.
Dude, the launch button needs to be the bell.
Yeah,
That he's
that'll
taking.
work. So, but I definitely like the concept of what you guys were doing earlier when it came to themes. The way you were pitching it there, Bug, is like, I'm definitely curious. You know, when it comes to like, you know, you're releasing your next game. It's like, I want to hear how you pitch, kind of thing, and how your ideas and how they made what you've made, kind of thing.
Say that again. Sorry, what?
When it comes to like pitching a game, like you did earlier, you're like, this is what we need to have, this for this, this for that, this for that. So when it comes to like your next title, I want to hear you pitch basically things that you were going through in your head. Like, this is what we want, this is what I wanted in here, or stuff like that. I think that'd be really nice for people to hear stuff like that.
Well, the answer to that is watch the featurette. The flipping out featurette the straight down the middle featurette that we always do. That's a pretty good gist of what our thought process and pitch was like.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, it's always different every single time, because sometimes you get to a licensor and they're like, all right, like, wow us with the pitch for the game, and you hit them with it and they have a ton of feedback and corrections and whatnot. And other times you hit them with it and they're just like, okay, this is what you can and can't do from that, go crazy. And it's like, oh, okay, sweet. You know, it's just always different. Even when it's the same licensor, just depending on the theme, it's always very, very different with what you get. But I'm gonna send my freaking Conjuring pitch and Ice Nine Kills pitch to both of those people.
Yeah, Yeah, there's a lot of those movies where it's just
Captain
like
12 says
I'm
stuff like that. Drink. You said stuff like that.
Oh, evidently there's common phrases that I may mention, and that's one of them. And I didn't say it one particular stream. Caught him off guard.
And things like that.
Stuff like that.
Chat wants Breaking Bad. I mean,
It sounds like we got to do Breaking Bad. I think so.
yeah.
I mean, out of curiosity, where do you see like restrictions or difficulties with licensing with that kind of series?
Well, so it's AMC, so I imagine that the restrictions would be similar to whatever the restrictions were in the Walking Dead pinball machine, but that was also like almost 10 years ago now, so it's kind of tough to say. You never know, because like you could talk to some of these major TV shows, and they're like, "Yeah, you're not getting video clips of Bryan Cranston. Are you crazy? He's like he's a huge freaking deal. No, you can't just do whatever you want with that." And other times they're like, "Yeah, we got all 5 seasons. What do you need?" You know,
Nice.
like I would imagine with it being half the art just be the AMC logo, right? I imagine with it being AMC that the restriction would be comparable to whatever The Walking Dead was, but I don't know. I've never actually pursued a Breaking Bad pinball conversation. If anything, my biggest takeaway tonight is that we should probably do it.
I've seen a mocked up playfield art package for Breaking Bad. I'll find it again. It's out there. Okay, I think it was at a fun house that they redid or something, because I want to say it had shooter lanes on both sides.
I know there was a virtual one that was a re-theme of Strange Science.
Yeah, I just remember seeing like a playfield, and I was like, "Oh man, that would be pretty sweet."
Jean Bowden says Gremlins would have to have both movies like Evil Dead. I actually like Gremlins 2 more than Gremlins 1, and I think Ben Heck feels the same. So I would agree, John. I would agree. You could do the family version, Courage the Cowardly Dog. One of our programmer, Dylan, he loves Courage the Cowardly Dog. Franchi, you're a big Courage fan too, aren't you? Or is that Dexter's Lab?
No, I like both. I was going to mention Dexter earlier.
Yeah, I think those are ones that will come into style as the bar of nostalgia that people buys keeps moving only in one direction. I think that those will inevitably get there.
Is Venture Brothers
that's another.
in that window?
Say again?
Is Venture Brothers in that nostalgia window yet? Because that'd be awesome.
Well, I was just going to ask you two, Don and Carrie, like what is something in the timeline of things that you're very nostalgic for that hasn't been done yet that you know we don't already have, since you both pretty much know?
Oh crap!
Movies.
For the
Oh, I would love Cereal Monsters, man. I got a friend that's obsessed. He's got tattoos. Like,
yeah.
yeah. No, I'm in on it. I'm more of the Fruity Yummy Mummy age, though. Fruit Brute was before my time.
Ugh, gross. those are just nasty. I love Monster cereal, but Yummy Mummy is not yummy. It's
Yummy Mummy, you say?
Yeah.
I would get the Boo Berry Butter Cabinet, though.
I think I'm in on Boo Berry as well. I think that's my favorite.
It's
Mostly
like
because
I think
the Ghost logo for Spooky. It's got to be Boo Berry.
Pretty much anything
something.
over chicken, I think.
I was gonna say something.
Muppets versions.
Try again,
Oh
Carrie.
my God,
I'm gonna keep trying. Something I know that you could do, and something I know that definitely Franchi could do. That's very nostalgic, and I would say Batman '89.
I would love to do it. I'd do it tomorrow if I could.
Thundercats, is that what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, Don, that's so funny. Literally, my my guy at Warner Brothers, almost every time we talk, he's a huge Thundercats fan, and he's like, he's always trying to subliminally put it in my head that we have to do Thundercats.
Yeah. Mumra. Come on, man. Snarf. Love it. All of that.
Masters of the
Panthro?
Universe be
Dude.
better than that?
Yeah,
Wouldn't
but no
He-Man-
one's ever going to do that.
They could.
Yeah, but they won't for some reason.
Like
I think
There are a lot of glares coming my way right now.
another theme that I kind of like wonder about, because you mentioned Dexter's Laboratory. What about the series Dexter? That seems to keep on resurfacing.
Yes,
and I see
love
that as
show
being
keeps coming back. That's awesome.
The booger.
But I also see it as being a little bit similar to TCM in the fact that you're playing somebody that's hunting their prey to kill them, kind of thing. So I can see the similarities on that. But I can see that being something that you guys might be able to knock out of the park.
Dude, Dexter is one of my all-time favorite TV shows, actually.
Yeah.
I freaking love that show.
What's your favorite season? 4. Because that's the best one.
Because John Lithgow is the
serial
killer ever. He's so great.
Dude, the cliffhanger where he's like, "Hello, Dexter Morgan," and then the episode ends. I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah. Oh my gosh. No, that is one of the few shows that actually had me like jumping out of my couch chair when I was watching it. I was so hyped. Love that show. Surprise motherfucker multi-ball.
Dokes, you gotta have him in there.
Someone should reskin the crappy Photoshop Stern CSI with Dexter. That's a great idea.
CSI wasn't crappy, although the art was.
The art was crappy, but the game's actually got a cool layout. I think it's pretty fun.
Mechanisms were cool. Yeah.
Yeah. I really like that era of Stern where it was bizarre theme choices and very bizarre art packages that definitely the lawyers did, not the artists. The layouts were unique. They were fun.
24? Yeah.
Yeah, 24 pinball. That was Steve Ritchie's game, right? I think that was his... Yeah, I think it was Steve Ritchie.
What was the game you were talking about that had crappy art?
CSI.
Oh.
Yeah.
Or X-Files, or Wheel of Fortune, or 24.
Did anybody ever make an X-Files pinball?
Yeah, there's X-Files pinball.
Yeah.
Filing cabinet multi-ball, baby.
96 or 97, man, yeah.
It's kind of fun. It feels unfinished.
One second.
It's the easiest game's rules of all time to teach. Shoot the filing cabinet. And then shoot the filing cabinet. I've won many tournaments on that stupid game. Oh my god.
I had one on route, and I had a lot of issues with the optos for that damn filing cabinet.
Oh, and it breaks all the time. Like the actual physical cabinet. It just breaks all the time.
Yeah. It started chipping away, but it was still working. That thing's still going to this day on our local location, actually. Our local arcade. He's got it.
So what I'll probably come close to closing out with is I'm going to make Don and Carrie. You guys are going to choose the best... The best of the worst, and I'm excluding Beavis and Butt-Head and Pee-wee because those are obviously very good themes to do.
Oh, sure, yeah, just take half of mine away. That's fair. Ass.
What are you gentlemen going with? What's your choice? If you were choosing between Sweeney Todd, Twin Peaks, The Conjuring, Ice Nine Kills, Billy Idol,
Monster Cereals, Plan 9 from Outer Space,
and Plan 9,
and Beavis and Butt-Head and Pee-wee.
Well, Pee-wee.
Yeah,
because it's 1,000-unit seller. Duh.
It's I think it's probably got a little more popularity to it than you may think. I mean, and I think one of the challenges would probably be, I don't know if he passed away, didn't he? Like a few years back due to cancer. I want to say. I don't know what his likeness would be like these days. Getting that, and then you got to get a Danny Elfman soundtrack because that's important for that.
You get Pee-wee as a character. You get the bike, and you get anything you want from Pee-wee's Playhouse, and the Pee-wee Herman show, which was the stage show that he did.
The
only thing you don't get basically is Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Damn.
I was recently down in San Antonio, and they told me to visit the Alamo because evidently they actually have Pee-wee's bike there now.
There's no basement in the Alamo.
Yeah.
I mean, you could probably get the Alamo, right? And just not have it directly referenced like from the film, but just put it in there somewhere.
Right. It's a wizard mode you can't get to.
You just
we just make it impossible to get to. Yeah, you have to get to the basement, which doesn't exist. Okay.
Like, I think the switch is broken.
If you were to exclude Pee-wee and Beavis, because they're the obvious, like, big titles, what would you gentlemen go with?
I'm kind of intrigued by this Conjuring universe. I'm not familiar with
Yeah.
every film that's in it, but it seems like there's enough in there to play around with and get spooky with.
Especially
There's
if
like
you can
9 movies.
actually make it scare you, like you're talking about, a moment where the game is quiet, and all of a sudden, clack, clack, or whatever, to kind of make you jump. I've never
Yeah.
played a game that's actually scared me, unless you talk about like Ghostbusters, where she screams at you. That's a scare,
Yeah.
but it's also just because my ears are being jolted.
Yeah, that's actually one thing with Evil Dead. I wish we could. I mean, we still have time. We could do whatever. I wish we could get some scarier things in Evil Dead that would like. But that's the thing; those movies weren't really known for like jump scares that much, the way that like The Conjuring or something would be. And like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, again, it's not really known for like its big jump scare moments. It's just very unsettling and upsetting the whole
The
time.
first Evil Dead had quite a few jump scares in it.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess I just am used to how modern ones are compared to older ones, with how much like more effective typically modern ones are. But
I mean, I don't know what your games have when it comes to like time and stuff like that.
no, it's because you don't buy them, Carrie.
Your next one. Your next one is mine. But I'm curious about, do you have the capabilities of doing like a Midnight Madness if someone's playing your game and midnight happens?
Actually, I think Midnight Madness should be a possibility, especially in Evil Dead, because I know that Ben Heck spent way more time than he should have making sure that a clock in the background of a screen in Evil Dead actually stays accurate to what the time passing is, which is
That's what I love about Ben. He's all about those details.
I wish I could clone him and make him do everything.
I love me some Midnight Madness. But as far as like atmosphere, I'm probably, I'm a TCM guy because I like just all the mayhem and mania and unsettlingness that comes out of that. So if I was more familiar with Twin Peaks, maybe I'd, pick one of those. But I want something where
I never
it gives
watched
me a
it.
place that I'm playing in, Take me to a time and place that's cool and crazy.
Yeah, I get what you're saying there.
And if it can't be Albuquerque, then whatever this Conjuring place is.
If the four of us had a tree house and a club in that tree house, what would it be called? Everyone's holding back a lot right now, I can tell.
Yeah. I was
Um,
going to come out with Spook Masters, but that sounds terrible.
I was gonna have something to do with protein, or protein. I don't know, but like
The Brogurts. I don't know.
Oh God! Why is it chunky?
Franchi, what were some of your runner-ups for tonight? What are some titles that didn't get on your list?
Napoleon Dynamite.
That would be a good one. That movie is so awesome.
Yeah,
A lot of
everyone loves it.
quotables. It's the quotables. That's the main thing about movies. You got to have the quotables. So
Be a good 300
yeah.
seller. Yeah.
Where did I
Scary Movie was in my list, the Scary Movie franchise. The only reason I didn't put it in was because I felt it had a lot of the same things going for it that Ice Nine Kills did, and I felt Ice Nine Kills was the better choice.
Well, maybe satirical stuff is on its way back due to Naked Gun. What about satirical pinball machines?
That new Naked Gun movie was so awesome. I loved it. It was hilarious. I'm also a diehard Liam Neeson fan, though.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, I just had one and now it slipped out of my head.
Oh, here's one. Meatloaf.
I mean, if we're doing Meatloaf, can we just do Rocky Horror?
I understand your point, but the bad
Or Fight Club?
Bad Out of Hell is. So I actually think Fight Club could probably be like the next Pulp Fiction
Frankfurter.
type
Thank
of
you for
thing,
that.
though. I feel like Fight
I
Club
could see Fight Club.
is like Pulp Fiction. I don't know. But I know Ben wants to do Meatloaf Pinball with me. Bad Out of Hell would be freaking amazing.
I can see Paradise by the Dashboard Lights.
That's one of my favorite songs of all time.
It's so good and so cheesy. I love it.
All right, how about this?
I know.
Without a little thing, as if it happened.
Schoolhouse Rock, dude. That's nostalgic.
Yeah. Conjunction
I haven't-
Junction.
Everybody knows all of those.
I'm just a Bill.
This is my coloring book, but I've not colored in.
Schoolhouse Rocky.
And I know that
You're
Ben
so
is like
overqualified to do a coloring book. It's not even funny. Like, you doing a coloring book is just the funniest idea to me.
Well, the first page in my coloring book would be this.
Carrie's
I
mom.
still think you need to get a name under that just says mom. I think you really should just have that on the wall where people just go, why? That would be the
Mom.
little nameplate right here. Mom.
Yeah.
This is why I'm afraid to have Franchi design a tattoo for me, because I think that's what I would end up with.
You'd be lucky if that's what it would be. It'd be something much worse than that.
Don, can we get more of your tattoo tour? We weren't done.
Oh, you want this stuff? I got a bunch of stuff I saw in Japan on here. Got myself a little Fuji Q from Fuji Q Highland Park. I threw a Triforce on there. I got a Totoro up here.
Which you've never seen the movie, right?
I've never seen the movie.
You're so unserious, it hurts.
I got a Dark Lotus cross that's on fire. I got the guys in the teacher room at Disneyland on the back of my arms.
There's mine.
Oh, that's right, Chris. I always forget you have a tattoo.
Yeah.
That's your only one, right?
Yeah, so far.
How old were
The
you? When
worst
you got that
Superman ever.
It's just like
It is a pretty
10
bad
years ago.
Superman. You're right.
10 years ago, I'm gonna get a big boy and a Kool-Aid man, and
Kool-Aid
Dexter
Man.
from Dexter's Laboratory. I want a bunch of cartoon stuff, probably on this arm.
Why Kool-Aid Man?
Because
How much Kool-Aid do you drink a week?
I don't drink it at all, but I love the Kool-Aid man. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I
It's like I know that Ben Heck is like anti pinball machines that are based off video games, and I want to get into a discussion with him on this because I disagree, but I would love for him to educate me on why.
Well, which one
I
would
would
you
like to
remake?
sit there and watch this conversation.
Yeah, because I would love for him to. Yeah, I'm all about being educated. So if because he's like video games as a pinball machine are a bad idea, and I'm like, okay, cool.
So there's a
Teach me
lot
why.
of video games that would be great as pinball machines. I think one of the biggest issues is just why wouldn't you play the video game? Especially when you get into the territory of stuff like Doom, Resident Evil, Skyrim, Fallout, where it's like there's an endless amount of content to keep you entertained already of those exact things for a little bit cheaper, I would add. It's like I do get that point, but at the same time, like, we love pinball. We want pinball. We want our favorite stuff connected to pinball. I mean, that's always what makes so much of this stuff so special. It's the thing I tell licensors all the time where I'm like, people will literally buy these games over the fact that their favorite characters of the things they love are noticing that pinball exists and that they're commenting on that. Like, just them saying things related to pinball and acknowledging that it exists is enough for people to be like, yes, like that's all I want. It wraps them up like a warm blanket. So I could see that for the video game titles too. It's a little different. A movie like Evil Dead 2 is like 85 minutes long. Okay. It's like, okay, that's not that much enjoyment. I can only watch it so many times, like versus the pinball machine is like, okay, I could play that a lot and it will be a pretty different experience every single time. So yeah, video games are tricky, dude. Video games are tricky. There's a lot
I
hear people pitching like Halo and Fallout, and I don't get that as much as like if I walked through an arcade and saw a Minecraft pinball machine or like a Lego Batman pinball machine. Like those seems like they would make more sense as going up and playing as a one-off pinball adventure, like jumping into a Halo campaign in pinball form just seems weird.
Interesting, yeah. I don't know.
Don,
I love Halo. I grew up playing Halo.
Don, you're not picking Contra, would think.
Oh my god, right?
The shirt there.
But Bug, if you were to make a machine that you would consider to be the ultimate troll move towards the pinball community, what theme would it be?
A troll. Well,
I know what I would do.
David Fitz.
Oh man, a troll.
He would redo barbecue.
Community.
Oh my god!
I know a theme I would want to do that I would utilize to troll the pinball community a lot, but I'm not going to say it because I want to do it. Would actively pursue it, so I'm not going to say that.
Okay.
What's a good troll theme of like?
What about a Skittles pinball machine with a bunch of crazy colors?
Black and white edition though only. Yeah, black and white Skittles edition.
Oh my god!
I'm trying to think. What's a good troll theme? I don't know. Twilight. Because I actually unironically love those fucking movies.
Yeah.
And I could make you a really awesome game out of it if you were a Twilight fan. But nobody is.
I think that would be hilarious if it was like the best game ever.
We're losing viewers by the minute. I love it.
Yeah.
We're going to go until there's no one left.
Would all the call-outs be whispers?
Better than ABBA.
Still better than ABBA.
You'd have to have a lot of glitter on the playfield.
Yeah, glitter edition. Dude, you could buy Team Edward or Team Jacob editions. And all of the Team Jacob customers, I'm going to just not check your game because you should be Team Edward.
That was one of the funny things about my wife and why I knew I loved her is when we were talking, we were dating, and I was like, "Did you ever get into those Twilight movies?" And she's like, "No, gross." So I was like, people were always like, "Oh, should I choose Edward or should I choose whatever his name was?" And I'm like, she's like, "Yeah, basically, do I want necrophilia or do I want bestiality? Either."
Necrophilia, obviously.
Why not?
Simultaneously.
Look, if you got the Twilight contract or license, I would tear up my contract.
Come on.
I'm out.
You could have fun with this. Just be more open-minded.
Nope. Nope. That and Jimmy Buffett. Off the table.
You know why Jimmy Buffett wasn't on my list tonight? Because I actually think we could
sucks.
sell 300 of those. I really do. We could.
I would get one.
Could.
Yeah,
I
a
think
bunch
it's a
of
great idea.
idiots. Weekend again in Margaritaville. Oh, that's funny.
It's like I try to think of like these types of machines that everyone knows, but no one would probably want. But it's like Ace of Base. It's like everyone knows who they are. Like, would you want a whole machine dedicated to it, kind of thing?
I told Bug we should do Cyndi Lauper. I think that fits in that recording.
I'm into Cindy, man. I love that idea.
Depeche Mode.
Also,
Sounds like Carrie's jamming to some music right now.
I don't even know what this is, but like I remember Cyndi Lauper as I was a kid. I used to we had her live in Paris concert on VHS. And for those that don't know what that is, it used to be a device that we used to put in the machine. It had like tape in it. But I remember we used to watch that concert all the time. And when I was a kid, like 4 or 5 years old, I was like, man, Cyndi Lauper's so hot. Then I got older and I saw that concert again. And I'm like, man, what was I thinking? She's not really that good looking.
you would get it today.
Personality goes a long way.
Especially with that voice. I'm like, oh, God.
Angel.
D-Party says Diablo pin. You know, I've never actually played Diablo, but I know that there's a super hardcore following behind it. Super hardcore.
Yeah.
So if
right.
anybody wants to know how I stay up late at night, how I work so hard to hone my craft, this is the secret right here. Big Boy seasoning salt. Like, I just love to take a big whiff.
What?
Put a line on the table and snort it up.
It just makes me happy just to smell it, and that keeps me going. That's the
the
secret. All you artists out there, get yourself some Big Boy seasoning salt.
Dude, artists just can't not do drugs. It's impossible.
It is kind of like a drug. It just smells. It's I gotta smell it again now.
Is it a smelling salt or is it actually like?
No, it's seasoning salt. It's for food.
It's magic dust.
You know, they make salts that are like designed for smelling, right?
Oh, yeah, but I don't want
Smelling salt.
I don't need to wake up from a coma. I just need to be inspired by deliciousness.
Franchi art inspired by deliciousness.
Yes. All right, are we done?
I think we probably should wrap it up. People are saying we're getting off
mind
the
it.
rails here, so.
Yeah, going off the rails.
All right,
I think Can't Throw
Carrie
is
Don,
awesome.
thanks for jumping in at the last minute with us. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Remember,
no problem. Thanks for having me. I'm going to get back to doing my 500-pound deadlifts and
Yes,
300 chest press.
Yeah.
Got to get
back
ready
to
for
your-
pinball at the beach.
You get back to your Kegel exercises. All right. I removed him now too. Ha! He can't even come back with anything.
ooh,
He's sitting in
whammy.
the stage down there. He's looking at us like, "What the heck, guys?"
Damn it.
All right, folks.
All right.
Thanks for tuning in tonight. We had a really great crowd this evening. Thank you all for being here and chatting with us and talking about themes and hearing us out on our terrible ideas that I hope we get to make. I hope we get to do everything we talked about tonight. I really do. So, guys, thank you so much for being here. We will see you next week, Thursday, 7 p.m. Central. Until then, do something spooky for me and have a great weekend.
See ya.
Later.